we heard something, a statistic, a fact yesterday that we were talking about with the team that really, really surprised me because last year, and this isn't the first time either, this has been year on year for a while, video games outsold films, TV shows, and music all put together. So video games made about £4.6 billion in the industry here, and it is a big employer here in the West Midlands. We have heard about the sort of the idea of a mini Silicon Valley in the West Midlands with gaming. And of course, it's a growing industry as well. A lot of smaller independent game producers setting up businesses. In fact, someone I used to work with, I noticed on social media saying that they are going to go freelance, quit the job and start making video games. Wolverhampton's Adam Cross is the programme leader for gaming at South Staffordshire College. The course is one of their most popular ones as well. Again, didn't really know much about that either. Adam, welcome to the programme.
Good morning, Kath. You okay?
Morning. Yeah, very well, thank you. So
Good.
I suppose just talk us through, first of all, that idea that it is so incredibly popular. It is, in terms of the money it makes, it's bigger than a lot of other things that you traditionally do for leisure put together.
Yeah, so gaming, like as you said, has steadily increased over year on year for a long time now, and gaming's kind of had a bit of a image problem, but over the last sort of decade, we've seen an increase in consumption, and obviously off the back of that, we've had an increase of people wanting to make games and interested in making games and selling them and distributing them to consumers. It is one of those things that, as you say, is outsold other areas. And I think one of the biggest reasons for that is the fact that games are, you actively participate in gaming, and people just enjoy them, and there's a game for everyone now.
So and I suppose when I think about it, this will encompass all kinds of things. So it'll be the really like hardcore, like my friend who's got the headset and the full stuff, and games with loads of different groups of people every night of the week, that kind of thing. That sort that
Yeah.
I've never done, I've got to be honest, and all the way down to like my husband who plays regularly little bits and bobs on his phone. So he'll sit there and he's not on social media, he's not a fan, but he loves playing the sort of games you get on apps on your phone. And I suppose that's everyone and anyone, isn't it, really?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, 99% of people in the world now has access to a mobile device. And like you say, it's not just your AAA titles, your games like God of War and things like that. It's games like Candy Crush and games like Scrabble and things like that are making a big rise on mobile devices, and even games like Wordle. I think a lot of people engage with Wordle, and that's kind of all what's driving
Yeah.
the interest in games.
It's all included in gaming. Of course it is, because it's playing a game. And
Absolutely,
it's
yeah.
interesting what you say about that. It's active participation. So it's not just watching something or listening to something. It is you're
Exactly.
doing something so people feel like they've got an activity, and that might be
Correct.
actually quite helpful in this world we're
Yeah.
in at the moment. So tell us about your course, because gaming education must be on the rise as well.
Oh yeah, it's I've actually taught in games for almost 15 years now, and we had probably 30 students starting when I started, and now with South Staffordshire College, we've actually got over 150 students start this year.
Wow.
And it's going to be over 200 next year, and we've actually got 2 more courses that are coming from September, which are more specialised. We have the game production course, which is a skill set in all of games, but we're making more specialist game programming course, and we're also doing a game art and animation course as well.
So
Um,
this is a real
yeah,
potential career for a lot of people.
it is, and I think one of the biggest things with games as a whole is the fact that it's transferable skills. When you think about, if I said to you, right, I want to teach you how to program something, it doesn't really excite someone that much. But if you say, I want you to program a game, or I want you to make art for a game, it's suddenly it clicks for someone, and it's actually a way of getting people into all of creative arts and digital arts, and programming as a whole through the medium of games.
It's really interesting to speak to you, Adam. Thank you for that. And I take it you're a gamer yourself. You don't get into teaching people about games unless you game. But there is a
Yeah,
difference between playing them and making them, isn't there? I mean, you've got to have a
there,
passion, but I suppose
yeah,
not every gamer wants to play every game.
yeah, absolutely. I mean, one of the biggest things that we see when people apply for courses is we'll say to them, why do you want to get into games? And the first thing they'll say is, oh, I play games. And there is a massive difference between playing a game and making a game. That people say that we've got a left side of our brain and a right side of our brain. One's creative, one's technical. The good thing about games is you kind of tap into both sides of that. And a lot of people don't appreciate how much time and effort actually goes into making a game and the different disciplinaries you need in order to make them successful. And having that all-round knowledge of the art and the production and the actual research side of things as well, it can have a massive impact on how successful your game is.